Listen closely to this audio clip. Now listen to this one. Can you tell the difference? I couldn't either, but there's a perfect secret hidden in that second clip. While the first is just a song, the second one also contains the full text of a short story woven into the fabric of the sound itself. In my last video, I explored how to store encrypted information in a custom visual grid that I designed. That project was about creating a secure physical container for data that you could see. But it left me with a new, more challenging question. Could I take that same core idea of secure data hiding and apply it to a medium that's completely invisible? And not in what you can see, but in what you can hear. For a while now, I've been on a journey into the world of steganography, and not just to hide a message, but to see if I could make it truly invisible, completely undetectable to the human ear. This is the story of how it works. The core idea is surprisingly simple. An uncompressed audio file, like a WAV, is really just a massive list of numbers that represent the sound wave. Each of these numbers is stored in the computer's language, which is, of course, binary. Now, the trick lies in the least significant bit, or the LSB. It's the very last digit in a binary number, and changing it from a 1 to a 0 has such a tiny effect on the total value that it's completely inaudible. It's the digital equivalent of adding a single grain of sand to a beach. The change is real, but impossible to perceive. This is our secret hiding spot. My first plan was to take a text message, convert it to a long string of ones and zeros, and simply replace the last bit of each audio byte with the next bit from my message. But why a WAV file? Because it's uncompressed. Formats like MP3 or AAC are lossy, which means they throw away unnecessary details of the sound. That's great for saving space, but terrible for hiding data. The compression would simply destroy most of the secret bits. And so a WAV, on the other hand, preserves every tiny fluctuation, making it perfect for data embedding. To give perspective, a single minute of CD quality stereo WAV audio has about 10 million bytes. That's 10 million least significant bits we can potentially use. Even if we use only a fraction of them, the capacity is still enormous. But when I tested this direct approach, it failed. While the message was hidden, the act of hiding it was not. It left behind a dead giveaway. That hiss you can hear is the density problem. By cramming thousands of tiny changes into the first fraction of a second, I had created a concentrated burst of artificial noise. I realized that a high-quality audio file isn't perfectly silent in its data. It has a natural engineered noise floor called dither, which feels smooth and clean. My random text data created a much harsher, cruder noise that overrode it. Now, my brain was easily detecting this alien texture, and the secret wasn't secret at all. Now, imagine if I tried to hide not just a sentence, but an entire novel, and then cram all of it into the first second of audio. The noise wouldn't just be noticeable, it would completely wreck the song. The more densely you pack the message, the louder the ghosts become. This is the same principle behind why watermarks in images sometimes stand out. You're forcing too much unnatural change in just one place. So the problem wasn't just how to hide the data, but how to distribute it so smoothly that it blends into the natural randomness of the audio. This discovery meant I had to rethink the entire approach. Now, the goal wasn't just to hide the message, but to hide the pattern of the hiding itself. The solution was to interleave the data. And instead of hiding the message in one solid block, I programmed the tool to spread it thinly and evenly across the entire song. I calculated a step rate, which is a number of audio bytes to skip between hiding each bit. For a long message, this step rate might have the value of 150. and the program would hide the first bit in the first byte, skip the next 149 bytes of the song, hide the second bit in the 150th byte, skip another 149 bytes, and so on. The effect of this is profound. The dense audible hiss is shattered into thousands of tiny isolated clicks. Now, these individual changes are now so far apart in time that the human brain no longer connects them into a single recognizable sound. The heavy downpour becomes an imperceptible drizzle, with each drop getting lost in the storm of the original audio. You can even visualize this with two extremes, a step rate of 10 versus a step rate of 200. At 10, the noise starts to clump together. It's faint but still detectable, if you know what to listen for. At 200, the changes are scattered so widely that they dissolve into the natural texture of the audio. It's like the difference between someone tapping a single drop of water into a lake versus dumping an entire bucket. One vanishes instantly and the other ripples. This step rate principle makes the system scalable. A short message can be hidden with a small step rate, while longer messages adapt by spreading thinner and thinner, ensuring invisibility. With this new interleaved method, the system was complete, and the encoder now takes a text file, converts it into universal UTF-8 to handle any character, and calculates its length. It hides that length in the first few bytes so the decoder knows what to look for. Then it spreads the rest of the message across the entire track. The decoder simply reverses the process. It reads the length, calculates the same step rate, and plucks the hidden bits from across the file to perfectly reconstruct the original story. What started as a simple idea became a journey into the nature of digital sound and human perception. I managed to weave a secret into a song, not by creating a whisper, but by making the message so much a part of the background noise that it simply disappears. And this opens up fascinating possibilities. Imagine hiding ownership information inside a music as an invisible watermark, or embedding hidden notes in audio logs. Now, in theory, you could even pass secret communications inside a podcast or a live stream, and no one would ever notice unless they had the exact decoder. Now, of course, this isn't perfect security. Steganography never is. If someone suspects there is a secret, they can look for statistical anomalies. But as a tool for making information invisible to human perception, this tool is really powerful. It's the art of hiding in plain sight. And personally, it's been a strange experience, and I can play back a piece of music and know that inside it, sitting quietly between the notes, there's a story. Maybe even this specific script embedded as part of the sound itself. Hidden but present, invisible but real. If this was interesting to you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to get more updates on interesting topics about data.